There are two types of students in this world. Here we have student A, who has been studying all day, is on 400 milligrams of caffeine, and has been highlighting and taking notes all day, but can't seem to get anything done. Somehow, he has 3 assignments due this week, and hasn't even started preparing for his exam. And here we have student B. Student B has a very calm 2-hour study session. He is ahead of all of his subjects and assignments. He knows exactly what to study, how to study, and doesn't waste his time rereading texts. Most importantly, he makes some money on the side while everybody is just struggling to just get by. On exam day, you can already tell which student will have the better results.
But how? I studied more than him and I probably...
Shut up! I'm gonna teach you how. If you couldn't tell, I'm student B. Look, I didn't start out as the most glamorous student. I was barely passing my grades. In fact, I almost didn't make it to uni with my high school grades. But look at me now. I'm currently studying a double degree. I have 4 jobs simultaneously. And I'm currently in the top 15% percentile in uni. And I'm still making money doing so. Look, inherently studying was pretty difficult because I'm not naturally talented at studying. I was unsystematic. I was rereading texts, highlighting everything. And I was pulling all-nighters just to submit an assignment. But one fateful night, I got a job at KFC. And as much as you want to laugh, fast food restaurants are one of the most optimized business models out there in terms of efficiency. All of my brothers and sisters who work in fast food would know. They know that. Anyways, one of the main things I learned while working at 4 jobs is that for a successful business to happen, there has to be a good system. A system is the main way a business thrives because you follow a structure that is proven to work. With every input, there is an output, and by having a good system that you can stick by, it reduces the mental toll your mind takes whenever you have to make a decision. So how does this work? Before you even think about studying, you have to set yourself up for success. This looks like setting up a diary or a calendar for all the major assessments you're gonna have, and putting reminders for when they come close. I used to use a physical calendar that the uni provided, but I moved to an online calendar because I got slightly busier.
Hell no, man. What the...
An online calendar is good because it sets you up to plan better even when you're on the run. You can simply pull out your phone to add a new event should you need to remember to do something further down the line. An important thing you should note is that you should follow whatever is on your calendar. This is essentially like a to-do list. It's a system that you must follow. If you set aside time on a Monday at 1 p.m. to go through an assignment, you should follow through because your past self has set aside time for you to do it then. And if you're not doing it then you're not really respecting yourself. This is important because if you're saying that it's okay to ignore a certain thing on your calendar, you're saying that everything else in the system can be ignored as well. Therefore, everything that you need to get done must be put on your calendar, and you can be as specific as you want. I know I did.
Hell no, man. What the...
In each event that I add, I even go as specific as listing the individual tasks
Hell no, man. What the...
that need to be done. This time blocking makes it so that you use your time much more wisely. Going back to your calendar, you're only going to do as much work as your time allocates it. Because in Parkinson's law, work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Therefore, set this time blocking habit up and stick to it. Alright, next is the actual studying. Before you even begin studying, you have to set yourself a framework that systemizes what you're going to do. Going back into Parkinson's law, if you set yourself 2 hours to do a certain task, it will probably take you 2 hours to do the task, even though it can be done in 45 minutes or so. Set up expectations for your session, what you're gonna achieve, what you're gonna get done, and how you're gonna do it. Once you've done that, you can start. Look, there are already many YouTubers out there that are teaching you how to study. The method that I'm teaching right now is why you should treat studying like a business. With any business, there are clients, there are customers, there are employees, there are partners. It's the people. My biggest tip is that you should go around talking to people in your class, in your campus, and getting to know everyone, because you'll be surprised how many more people might know about a topic or how much better they are at doing certain tasks. Most of all, skills I learned and opportunities I grabbed from are literally talking to random people and getting a conversation started, even from the simplest things such as Microsoft shortcuts that speed up my productivity to even hard skills like public speaking and even critical thinking skills. Now, I know what I taught you today is pretty general and pretty basic, and that's because everybody likes to study differently and have a pretty strong bias to their own method. My general tip is that you should go with what method you think is best, since, as I said previously, there are thousands of videos out there that teaches you how to study. It's just the act of systemizing what you're doing so that you don't waste your precious brain power doing useless and repetitive tasks.